Welcome to another video here at Rick Shaves. Alright guys, so we're off to the first week of 2022 and I hope that has been great for you. Alright guys, but before I forget, don't you forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification to be alerted to all future videos I post. Okay, with that being said, let's get into the shave. And as you probably saw by the thumbnail, I will be reviewing the Rockwell 2C. This is the gunmetal chrome finish. And let me just talk a little bit about the Rockwell Razors here. Now, they've been out for a while, so I'm kind of late to the game on this one. But these kind of market themselves as adjustable razors, and they are to a certain degree. Now, you don't have the traditional knob you turn to adjust the aggressiveness of the razor. What this has is a plate system that you flip and turn. Now this one is the 2C, so it only has two of them. There is the 6C and the 6S, which the only difference is one's chrome, one's silver, and they cost you know, considerably a lot more for the silver. So 3-piece razor, again, chrome plated gunmetal. Nice knurling, good size handle, lots of heft to it. It's got some heft to it, so it feels like a really solid razor, and it is just beautifully designed. All right, so three-piece razor. Let me take it apart. Now, if you see on the back here, it says R3. Okay, and that's what we're going to start off with today. But if I flip it around and put it on the opposite way, it says R1. Now that is the least aggressive of the two, but I want to start off with R3. Now, I don't have the box because I've already used this razor, and I actually did a video yesterday on it, but I had some technical difficulties that weren't part of the camera or anything. It was on my behalf, and I just didn't like the quality of the video, so I'm going to redo this one for you. Now, it does come with a 5-pack of Rockwell Swedish stainless steel blades here. So we're going to load this into it. It'll be its second use. And they perform pretty well, you know, pretty smooth, pretty sharp. Not the sharpest or anything like that. Again, it's a 3-piece razor, so you load it the same way you would load a 3-piece razor. Put your blade in. Now, what you have to remember is that R3, which is the more aggressive side, has to be facing the bottom. So it has to be, you can read the R3 on the bottom, and then you put your handle back on. All right, and then we're going to check for blade alignment, make sure everything's lined up well. Okay, that looks good. Little overhang here to be mindful of. Not as bad as some other razors where it's sticking out a mile. This one's actually pretty mild in that case as well. But as you can see, there's some pretty good blade gap there. It's not extreme or anything. It's not like super aggressive. I would compare the R3 setting to maybe like a Merkur or even like a Tech or something like that. Now the R1 is below that, if you can imagine it being below that. But which makes this razor good for, you know, beginners and stuff like that, you know. And if I was going to be shaving every day, I'd probably use the R1 setting. But I got, you know, I got 24 hours worth of growth, so but I want to use both to highlight the razor's capabilities of being a little more aggressive, and then switching to the R1 for the second pass and being, you know, a much more milder shave. So again, it's a mild shaving razor all around. It's just you have the option of being a little more aggressive or a little less. So if I had maybe about 3 days worth of growth, I probably start off with the R1 or the R3 and then switch down to the R1. Now I'm just doing this. I have 1 day's worth of growth. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. I would use the R3 probably more for, you know, if I had extended periods where I didn't shave, 3 or 4 days, probably max. And then I switch it. down for the last pass. All right. So WSP, this is the Winter Spice, and I'm not sure if this particular scent is available still, or the Rustic shaving soap line, but WSP still is in business, so you can find a nice soap there that, you know, they have tons of different scents. If this one's not your cup of tea, again, this has like those spicy notes in there. This one, it smells really good. It's got like this kind of warm vanilla, sweet, spicy, you know, kind of notes in there. So it doesn't smell like pumpkin spice, more like maybe like a cider or something like that. But yeah, it's definitely a pleasant smelling soap. But if you're sensitive to that, you might want to skip that one. The brush is the Simpson T1. This is the smallest one of the line. There's two others that are a little bit bigger. Now you can see that's a pretty small handle there, and it is pretty small in my hand. It's a little excuse me, it's a little uncomfortable when I was lathering it with it yesterday, because it's so small and my hands are a little larger. It's not bad though. It does a great job. The knot is a good size knot there. The handle's just a little smaller. So for me, I would probably look at using this maybe more as a travel shave brush, because it is small and kind of compact and can stow away pretty easily. But it performs absolutely fantastic, guys, and you'll see that here in the video. Okay, and to top it all off, to put the cherry on top, we're going to use some of the Wassel from Black Ship Grooming Company. Believe they still have this on their site, so definitely another one of those you gotta be careful with, because it has some sting and bite to it at the end there. All right, guys, we are ready to get in this shave. Enough talking, let's get to shaving. Already did my pre-shave routine, took a shower, got it all nice and smelling good. All right, so I'm just reweighing the face. I got my sink of warm water here. Try to clean this up a little. I'm making a mess everywhere. All right, just gonna soak the brush now, or just get it wet. Synthetics are like that, I've mentioned in the past. You can just kind of get them wet and then go at it. You don't have to soak them, pre-soak them, or anything like that. They don't hold as much water as animal hair brushes, but they do a good job, as you can see. I don't need a whole lot here. That's more than enough, probably. And we'll put some excess on there, over a little bit I got. And we'll just start doing the face lather. See, I have to kind of hold it like this. I can hold it like this, but it's not as easy to lather. So it is kind of like, you know, almost holding a pencil kind of thing. Smells really good. WSP products, you know, they work really good. You've seen me use them before. Again, we're highlighting more of the razor and brush on this one. Look, I mean, look at that. Yeah, I think this would be a great travel brush, guys. Eventually, I think I will get the T2 and T3. T3 being the biggest, and the T2 kind of the middle of the road there. But I've always wanted a Simpson brush. I would love to have one of their badger hair ones, but man, they are expensive. All right, just a little bit more water on this side, and of course, that's going to cause all kinds of soap to go all over my shirt. It doesn't matter, it's my undershirt for work. Yes, I am back at work. The Christmas break is over, and I had to go back to work yesterday. No, last couple days, sorry, today's Wednesday. So, but there's no one there right now. And just a few staff members. Most of the people will start coming in later. Look at that. That is crazy lather. And it's like what, maybe a 10-second 10 seconds of lathering in that pup. 10, 15, somewhere in there. Let's get this here. Let's just have a good shave. Okay. Again, I think this razor's perfect just for me. It's the R3 setting. I almost said T3 setting. R3 setting. It's the more aggressive of the two. Again, there's only two settings on here, R1, R2. And we'll switch during the second pass to the R1. Very smooth, very comfortable. Of course, I only have 1 day's growth of hair, so that knocked it out pretty quick. Not too bad, not too bad on the aggression, guys. It is not a super aggressive razor at all. I think it's just perfect for me. If you need the aggression, you like the aggression, and you want the different levels, get the 6, you know, the 6C or the 6S. This one's perfect, guys. It's the perfect amount of aggression. I don't like super aggressive razors because my skin can't really handle them. My beard can't really handle it. Yeah, very smooth. The razor blades too, the Rockwell blades are actually pretty smooth too. So I was pretty surprised at that. Pretty good razor blades there too. Very comfortable. Sharp, smooth. I wouldn't say they're as sharp as like my Astro Superior Platinums, but they're up there. Okay, first pass almost done. Let's get this mouth area here. See how it does under the nose. Pretty good. Gets pretty good under there. All right. Almost done here. All right. First pass down in the books. Pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and rinse, and then I'm going to flip that blade around. Or that, yeah, the bottom plate of the razor. All right, let's go ahead. Oops. Almost dropped the lid. Get some of that in there. That's excellent there. There you go. Good lather. So WSP products. Yeah, you can't go wrong with them. And they're kind of one of those, I don't think they're always, people always think of that product. You know, a lot of people think of, oh, Phoenix. And so it was on the R3. Now the R1. We just flip it. Yeah, people think maybe like Phoenix and Sterling and, you know, some of these other kind of more bigger artisan companies, and this one I think kind of falls at the wayside. You know, most people don't think about it, but there's so many now. You know, back in the day when I started wet shaving almost 10 years ago, I went to this style of shaving. They didn't have a whole lot. You know, there was a few out there, and there was a few name brand ones. Of course, there was some more commercialized ones that are well more established, like Taylor of Old Bond Street and Parasso and, you know, things like that. But yeah, this is one that definitely is worth checking out, guys. All right, cross grain, just going to go in here. Again, this is the R1 setting. It should be the really mild shaving razor, or even more so, and it is. Now, what I've noticed with this one is that you're gonna have to switch over or rinse it out a little bit more frequently because the blade gap is so small. But I would say if you're a beginner shaver, if you're just getting into wet shaving, this is a great option because you can use that R1 to kind of get yourself used to shaving with a safety razor, because you still, you know, you can't push really hard with this, otherwise you will cut yourself or cause irritation, even with this mild setting. But it's a lot more forgiving than other mild razors and other razors I've mentioned on the channel. Again, this is just going to kind of polish this shave off. Good. Excellent job. It gets under the nose pretty well. You know, you always do that from the side to kind of clean that up. Let's get this chin area here. Again, if you have a thicker, coarser beard, these might not be enough for you. You may need the 6C or 6S, and again, the only difference between the two is price and the materials that they're made of. The 6S is all stainless steel construction. These are chrome, or I think what, zinc alloy, which is kind of like pot metal, I think. Meaning it's a bunch of different metals combined to essentially weak metals. So the stainless probably lasts you the rest of your life and then some. These, taken care of, could last you the rest of your life, but the plating will probably wear off on them eventually. You have to get replated. Really non-aggressive shave under the neck here. Feels really good on this upward pass. pretty good. All right, and what I want to do is just a quick cleanup pass under the neck, kind of get a little bit closer. Everything else looks pretty good though. Okay, so let's do know how your hair grows, so you know how to shave for certain areas here. Yeah, not super close, but it is very comfortable, very presentable looking. So really nice. Ooh, really good on this side too. Yeah, really close, guys. It is very close, a lot closer than I get with some of my other razors I use. All right, cold water rinse. I am done. Let's clean out the sink a little here so that my wife doesn't get upset. Why didn't you clean out the sink? I was in a rush, sorry. Oh, that's nice. Nice. I like the cold water rinse, guys. Don't skimp on it. I know sometimes it might be chilly wherever you're at. And I'm telling you, it really makes your skin feel great. Shocks the pores and helps close them up really good for you. Get your skin nice and tight and toned and ready for some burning aftershave. That's this stuff I'm about to use. It has a good burn to it. It's, you know, not quite hellfire, but it's kind of up there now. It's not too bad, but let's take a look. Very close, very nice, very presentable. Wow. I'm happy with that. Okay, a little bit of this wassail here from Black Ship Grooming. That burns, it burns. Come on, zen. I have to zen out, man, because, no, it's not that bad. It does. It is a unique aftershave in the sense that that's just how it is. It burns. And it's not over the top, like I said. It's not, so bad I can't take it. But it's getting there. It's getting there. No, it really isn't. It does. You have to kind of mentally prepare yourself for this one, though. But it smells really great. Matches that winter spice, that cider kind of scent, really well. And, you know, ultimately, okay, so for about 30 seconds, maybe 45, it's really intense. And then, you know, well, not super intense, but it's kind of gets there. And then it slowly starts subsiding. And it leaves your skin feeling really smooth and soft. And that's great because that helps to condition your skin in that. So if that one's not your cup of tea, obviously, might want to skip them, but they have plenty of other ones that, you know, aren't as intense as this one. But this one smells really good. I love the smell of this one. That classic wassail smell, whatever wassail is. My wife would know. I think it's a German word. So, all right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and review because this was a really good share. I mean, I can't complain, man. You know, this razor did a absolutely great job. I'm so happy my wife bought this for me for Christmas. You know, it's a razor that I'm going to use quite frequently. Right now, as far as all these other razors I have, I really like this one. This one's kind of at the top of the list right now. Because of that adjustable setting, you know, if I want it more aggressive, I can make it more aggressive. I can do like I did today, where I start out with the more aggressive setting and then switch down for a nice polished finish, get those little finer details with that really mild setting. And, you know, the fact that it's $30, roughly around $30. Now, as of recording this video, it is currently unavailable on Amazon, but that's where she got it, was on Amazon. It was about $30. I'll look and see where else it's being sold. But yeah, the 2C, guys, this is all that I need. It's more than enough razor for me and my skin type, my beard growth. You might have a different opinion about that. You might have a thicker, coarser beard than I do, and you need that more aggressive razor. So you might want to look at like the 6C or the 6S or something like that. But again, you're going to pay more than $30. So yeah, really solidly built razor. Like the color, that gunmetal finish. Like the fact that you can make it, you know, really mild or, you know, just slightly more aggressive. Yeah. And the Rockwell Razors, I was really surprised about those. The double edge razor blades performed absolutely great. So this is definitely a winner in my book, and probably up there on top of some of my favorite razors to use now. Okay, the soap was the WSP Wet Shaving Products Rustic Shaving Soap Winter Spice. Again, don't know if they have that line of soap still available. Don't even know they have that scent available. I'll post the link in the description below where you can find the Wet Shaving Products website, though. The brush, the Simpson T1. I think it performed very well. Again, for my hands, it's a little small. The handle's a little small, but I think it'd be a great travel brush. That's why I'm listed as probably use it as if I need to go somewhere where it looks like it's very compact, stows away. Doesn't take up a lot of room like a big old, you know, brush would do or something like that. So yeah, definitely great, and I plan on getting some of those other ones as well. And then to top it off, the Wassail from Black Strip Grooming. Again, if it might be a little too intense for you, or if you have really sensitive skin, can't take those spicy notes. I mean, I don't know. It's worth the burn. It always burns every time I use it, and it gets a little intense, but, you know, less than a minute it calms down. But man, it smells great, and it makes my skin feel great, and it kind of lasts throughout the day. Yesterday I was like kind of rubbing my face, and I would smell my hand, could still smell it hours later. So, you know, it lasts for quite a while. So that's a sign of a good product. All right, guys, that does it for me. That's the end of the shave. I've kept you long enough. But don't forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification for all future videos that I post. I will see you on the next one. Take care.